What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction. Back with some more Tori Amos and more from her 1994 album Under the Pink. The explosions you hear outside are July 4th fireworks. Do not worry, I am not under aerial bombardment. But the next tune is The Wrong Band, which is an interesting title. Obviously, bands can be more than just a group of musicians, but that is the place my brain goes to first, and it's interesting in the sense that Tori I've seen and understand as a solo artist, and while it remains true that solo artists have supporting musicians and a group of musicians that are involved in the performance of their tunes such that they could be considered a band, normally you're referring to a group of people who collectively go under a certain name that is a band name. So here, it seems an interesting fit. I suppose it could be about a person in the narrative, and it's not necessarily self-referential in that way. Of course, bands can be other things, like rings are referred to as bands. There are band-aids, which cover injuries. But if I was to make a prediction, I'd say we're probably talking band in a musical sense. So I'll see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Tori Amos. The tune is The Wrong Band, and it's from her 1994 album Under the Pink.
I think it's perfectly clear we're in the wrong band. Ginger is always sincere, just not the one man. She called me up and she said, "You know that I'm drowning." It's the dog trainer again. He says that he thinks that she needs more hands. I think it's perfectly clear we're in the wrong band. Senator, let's be sincere as much as you can. He called her up and he said, "The new prosecutor soon will be wanting a word." So she's got a soft spot for heels and spurs and the hills. Something believing in her voice again said, "There's something believing in." Instead of just leaving, instead of just leaving, instead of just leaving, and she gets her cigars from the sweet fat man. I think it's perfectly clear we're in the wrong band. Heidi says she'll be sincere as much as she can. I called her up and I said, "You know that I'm drowning. I put on your raincoat again, 'cause even the sun's got a price on it, and there's something believing in her voice again said, "There's something believing in." Instead of just leaving, instead of just leaving, instead of just leaving, she said, "It's time I open my eyes. Don't be afraid to open your eyes. Maybe she's right, maybe she's right, maybe she's right, maybe she's right."
A short one, sprightly, it sounded like musical theater almost, like a musical. I could see sort of the stage movements. I'm not quite sure exactly what's happening, and someone who's drowning, that can obviously be more literal or more figurative. But yeah, the reference in The Wrong Band, I feel like maybe it is musical, but with a lot of personal things built into that. So yeah, not quite sure what the story is here, but it really did feel like I was watching a musical story. And yeah, the piano had a couple different idioms, like it felt, sort of the true tone that I've heard on a lot of her tunes. There was a moment where it felt very, almost like elevated, almost like a harpsichord. There was another point where it sounded organ-esque. It had this like vibration to it, so it feels like there were a couple different key idioms along the way. I love those moments where she really like extended and reached. It wasn't just that it was a longer run vocally, but it felt like it sort of found its way up into the sun or during a couple moments, and it was like the same part like again. And that vocal moment was really sweet. So yeah, not really sure what it's about, but I liked the sound of it, and it was a bit fun. Like it had this kind of swaying back and forth feel to it, especially in the true tone piano parts. So curious to know what people will say about this. Let me know, and I will see you next time. Peace.